Update. I got spoiled. I got spoiled by someone that I know. They DM'd me on Instagram. I guess they thought I knew. It's a pretty major spoiler. It has nothing to do with bounties, but yeah, pretty big. It is annoying based on how much preparation goes into not being spoiled. People sending me keywords to block, avoiding so many different websites so this doesn't happen, not even reading the comments and being able to respond because I don't want to get spoiled, but that's part of the game. Because of the spoiler, I thought about not making this video today. By the time you see this, it will be the day of the chapter. So if you have not been spoiled on major things from this chapter, stay away from the comments and just go 0 dark 30, watch the video. I know it's difficult to watch videos without reading comments, but I'm just saying, please, because it's some major stuff going on here, okay? Anyway, I definitely still wanted to do a bounty prediction because you guys really supported that previous video. Can't read what you're saying in the comments, but likes went crazy and you guys did really watch it and engaged throughout. So I owe you this. But anyway, no more long talk. Let's talk about the bounties. What's the prediction for Luffy, Kid, Law, Zoro, Sanji, Yamato, and a few other people that matter? Can't go through everyone today, but it will be somewhat of a speed run, okay? So without further ado, let's go. Just quickly about bounties though, before we get into this, is what it reflects. Bounty reflects not only strength, but also the threat of an individual. And you could also say power, which is different from strength. Someone could be absolutely very powerful, but not that strong of a combatant. Someone I look at in that way is Big News Morgans. I wonder how they view him because he technically breaks the news that the world government would like to not put out there, but is that necessarily breaking the law? And what would his bounty be, right? But here's some of the criteria in which a bounty could increase, right? Your combat abilities. They're much greater than the world government thought they were. The crimes that you've done are much greater than the ones you've committed in the past. Also, a major thing in One Piece is influence and you causing or inciting others to commit criminal acts in your name or following in your footsteps, which leads to Whitebeard, Dragon, Gold Roger, and at this point, Monkey D. Luffy. So with that being said, bounties are the hardest thing to predict because you're not sure what the world government knows, right? You're not sure how much information was relayed, and we're watching or reading the story, so we know everything these people have done. So when you factor in, we're like, man, their bounty should be 5 billion, but did everything get relayed? How do they weigh these things, right? So without further ado, based on everything I said, let's get to these characters and some of the criteria, right? So first, let's start with the elephant in the room, Zoro. No, let's start with Monkey D. Luffy. What should Luffy's bounty be? I mean, we've talked about Luffy's bounty in the past and how Luffy probably should be closer to the 4 or 5 billion based on some of the things he's done and how egregious we feel like they are. After everything Luffy did, Luffy got to 1.5 billion berry bounty after Whole Cake Island. Some people felt like it was deserved. For me, I was like, maybe not as deserved because it's a bit misleading, but I get it. But for Luffy, considering what we know, for the most part, after Whole Cake Island, in Wano country, he took down Kaido and Big Mom. I'm not sure how much information is being relayed out. Again, Apu is the one that relayed the information. Does he say Luffy took out Kaido and Big Mom, right? Does he say Luffy took out Kaido? And basically, that's the major thing. I think Luffy can also get credit for Jinbei now being under him, maybe credit for Yamato now being under him. Again, conspiring for other people to commit acts does raise your bounty as well. It could also depend on if the Grand Fleet has done anything, right? But for right now, I mean, people have talked about Luffy getting the highest bounty ever. I don't think we're there yet. Roger found the One Piece. Roger accomplished these things. And for world government, something I didn't mention is how much they sleep on potential. Yes, people like Dragon, we assume, have gotten large bounties because of the potential that they could commit, but he has an entire criminal organization working against the world government. For Nico Robin, even though she had the potential to change the world with the knowledge that she could potentially gain 80 million berry. It's not that crazy. The world government, as reactionary as they are and as annoying as that can be, potential realized is what they value. If you've accomplished something, then we deem you a threat enough to up your bounty. Look at Sabo. Yes, he's the right hand of Dragon, but he really hasn't done much. 600 mil. It's crazy. So for Luffy, based on what he's accomplished, you don't pass Shanks, you don't pass Kaido, you don't pass Big Mom. I think it makes more sense for those things to happen probably after Wano. So I'm gonna give Luffy 4 billion berry. Luffy goes up to 4 bill after Wano based on him defeating Kaido, jumping past Blackbeard, but that's only going to be temporary until Blackbeard and Shanks' interaction, because once Blackbeard gets whatever he goes for and he defeats Shanks, I think he jumps up to 5 bill. And then once Luffy defeats Blackbeard, I think he jumps up to 5 bill as well. And eventually after finding the One Piece and after defeating the world government or defeating the quote-unquote bad marines of the world government, he gets to the highest bounty in the series because I think it'll be more satisfactory, or rather more satisfying at the end of the story. The 556, whatever, incongruence with his devil fruit that we've been talking about. Now, to the others, I have to speed through this because I spent so much time on Luffy. Kid, Apu could be trolling Kid because we know they don't like each other. Again, we have to be cognizant of the person relaying the information. I think Kid gets credit regardless because of Big Mom and Kaido falling, but again, I'm not sure if the world government is going to split everything up or just give Kid and Law credit for Big Mom or give them all credit for Kaido and Big Mom. I'm going to assume that Apu relayed some misinformation, so for Kid, I think he definitely gets the 1 bill because Big Mom and Kaido supposedly are now out of the picture. Let's give Kid 1.5. He gets to Luffy's previous bounty, so he's at 1.5 billion berry. Law, I think he gets more than Kid because I think Apu downplayed just how much Kid did in Wano. So I think Law gets to 1.7, 1.8 billion berry, just a bit more, but I think Luffy, Kid, and Law definitely over 1 billion. I think that's an easy prediction to make based on everything they've accomplished, but Law gets a slight bump over Kid, and he's gonna hate it, right? Next, we have Yamato. Again, potential has not been realized, but you have to acknowledge the threat. I think Yamato comes out with a 300 million berry bounty as a son or daughter of Kaido. Let's not debate it. And that's our first bounty, 300 mil. Zoro, over bill. Zoro gets to 1.2, 1.3 billion berry, defeating King and getting a legendary blade. And I think it probably gets out as well that Zoro scarred Kaido. So I think he gets to 1.3 billion berry. Sanji gets to 850 million. I don't think he gets to 1 billion. They may separate things a bit, maybe not knowing he was the guy in the raid suit. Separating Sanji from his raid suit may be like a cracker thing, saying, well, we did not know he was Soba Mask, and then the next bounty, he may catch up to Zoro, but right now I think Zoro eclipses Sanji. The joke is over, and he gets to around 850 million berry. Killer, I think Killer could jump up to 700 million berry. I don't think he surpasses Sanji or gets to 1 billion like some people have been saying. Yes, he gets acknowledged for being a part of Kaido's defeat, a part of Big Mom's defeat. He may get full credit for defeating someone like Hawkins, especially if he is dead, and that could make him eclipse Sanji and go to even 900 mil. I think everyone gets a significant bump, but for me right now, I'm okay with 700 mil, just based on everything he did and the potential of the bounty increases that would happen here. I guess we can give someone else from Law's crew, and I guess Beppo. I think Beppo's doubles. So he gets some 1,000 berry. I don't think that joke goes away. So I think that's probably it. Maybe more bounties are revealed in this chapter. It would be insane if they gave us all the bounties of everyone in Wano, but if they don't, a part 2 will be coming and we'll talk about the other characters. I'm aware that bounty reveals will be happening in this chapter, but exactly whom and how much is the mystery. We'll see. Either way, those are my bounty predictions right now. I would like to talk about more characters, but then the video will go way too long, but I want to get this out to you guys. By the time you watch this, it will be chapter day earlier in the day, so please be careful, guys. Give me your thoughts. I would like to say let me know your bounty predictions, but I won't be able to see it anyway. But if you're brave, if you're bold, if you want to put something out there before the chapter's out, go for it, guys. But anyway, make sure to like the video if you did. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Follow me on Twitter at BroggerDAce. Follow me on Instagram at BroggerD.ace. Thank you to my patrons. I appreciate you guys all so much. Again, guys, be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace. The next one is a chapter.
I start doubting me, I felt lost. I rewrite it.